Namaste. Good evening, Arushi. How are you? Namaste. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. How are you? Great. Good, thank you. So, any question, or we are here to exchange pleasantries? Cool. We have a couple of questions. My Bhrigu Bindu in Capricorn in second house, and there is Sun and Mercury in second, Saturn in third. Right. So Bhrigu Bindu is like your destiny point, where your destiny will revolve around, or it will push you again and again there. It is like something you are supposed to do in this life, and if you are not doing it, then it will push you again and again dealing with that same activity. So when it is in second house Capricorn and its Lord Saturn is sitting in the third house Aquarius, this shows that your destiny will revolve around making wealth, second house, through self efforts. Okay, second Lord in the third house, making wealth through self efforts. So you will be pushed towards making self effort. That means in job setup you may not get progressive environment, prospering environment, which will push you towards working for yourself. That is what universe is indicating to you. Right. Good evening, Karthik. How are you? As we know that Rahu Ketu's dignity depends on the dignity of the sign lord, then how the dignity of Rahu Ketu when they are placed with the sign lord. Rahu conjunct Rahu and Ketu give the best result if they are with exalted planet or with their own sign planet. Okay, like in this type of situation, or Rahu with exalted Jupiter, Rahu with exalted moon, Rahu with exalted sun. Okay, so when Rahu and Ketu are with exalted planets or own sign planets, that's when they give the best of the result. It is a very good dignity. When malefic planet like Rahu occupies the 10th house of natal chart, whether native should start own business or work in any government job, it is always better to work for yourself. Rahu represents like creative aspect also. Plus, Rahu in the 10th house shows a person can gain very high authority and recognition, and that high authority and recognition is very difficult to be gained in the job setup scenario. Okay, Rahu blows things out of proportion in anywhere. Okay, so when Rahu is in the 10th house, it can make someone like very famous, very much recognized and all. Now that is not possible if you are working in job setup. Okay, no matter at uh, it's fine. I think it's working here. No matter which office you reach and all, but if you are working in job setup, then there is a very rare possibility that you can get like worldly fame and all that, uh, because uh, because of the environment, because of the situations in the job setup. Okay. So it is better to like work for self in that scenario. How we know what's karma will we get in this life through Saturn placement in D1 or through Ketu placement? Saturn is what you are supposed to do, and Ketu is what you are supposed to avoid. Okay, so Saturn placement is where you have to work hard, and that wherever it is placed, like you said, Saturn in the third house Aquarius, so you have to persevere with your self efforts, business, and all. And Ketu is where you have to let go of the things or the people, more the people. Things can still be utilized, but people you have to let go. You cannot expect much from the people of the house where Ketu is placed. Okay, because you already had good enough result in that area of life. Name me few. So this is what I am saying. So, like you said, some IAS officers, okay, also getting national fame. Great. Now compare their fame with fame of a film star. Their fame with any sports star. Okay, compare. You may not even remember their names after like 1 or 2 months. They may come into the news for some reasons. Okay, for 1 month, 2 months. After that, you may not even remember their names. But like film stars or sports stars, anyone in creative field and all, you may remember their names and everything they did for years, decades to come, even after their passing away. Okay, like Raj Kapoor passed away in late 1980s. Okay, and still like he's a legendary figure, 45 years ahead. Okay, now compare to any IS officer in 1980s. Do you even remember the name? Okay, so this is like a drawback of a job setup career, that you can be understand what is fame or recognition, that people should know you, right? That is the most common definition of fame or recognition, that people should know you. How people will know you? When you are not interacting with people, when you are not dealing with people. Okay, in job setup, what is your like team? Okay, suppose if you are working in corporates or any government office, at most there can be 100 people in your team, 100 to 200 people. Okay, you can be famous around them, around those 100 to 200 people. What after that? Once you come out of your office, no one knows you. But if you are in like any creative side of work, when you are dealing with people on a regular basis, many thousands of people can come into contact with you. and that can bring the major fame. So this is why, like, creative side, to get the best of the result of Rahu in 10th house. I'm not saying Rahu in the 10th house job setup cannot give any result. I didn't say that. If you someone wants to work in job setup, fine, well and good, but the best of the result of Rahu in the 10th house will come only when you work in the business setup, work for yourself. Then you get that worldly fame and recognition and all. Then someone say that, okay, I don't want that fame. Okay, fine, it's your wish. Okay. Have you observed a real life proofs of charts of people having planets affected by Papkarti? There are many. Like in my family also there are many. Okay. So not a big deal. Papkarti yoga happens very often, even right now. Okay, even right now Saturn is in Aquarius, Rahu is in Aries, and Pisces is getting hammed. Okay, Pisces is getting hammed by Saturn and Rahu. So whomsoever is taking birth in this scenario, if you want to go ahead, like Mars was in Gemini and Rahu was in Aries. This was also Papkartri Yoga for Taurus. So whomsoever took birth right now in last 6 months or so, they all had Papkartri Yoga. Okay, so Papkartri Yoga is very common to find. Shubhkartri Yoga is rare. Okay, Shubhkartri Yoga is like when two benefits are surrounding a particular house. You. I'm learning from your website astrosuccena.com. I'm getting a lot of knowledge there. Great, thank you. I'm happy to help. Do people often change their place of stay as their Mahadasha changes? Relocation is normally seen from 11th house. 11th house is the house of relocation. So you need activation of 11th house to relocate. So not necessarily that every dasha will change your location. With the change of the dasha, you are supposed to change your location. Not necessary. Whenever 11th house is getting activated as per the dasha or transit, then like people change their locations. If my wife having 8th lord in the 7th house, is that affect my longevity to reduce? Not necessary. Okay, it all depends on the planets involved and the dignity, most of all dignity, and also like the dasha factor, dasha transits and all. So we cannot make a judgment just because like 8th lord is in the 7th house or 7th lord is in the 8th house. Lots of things get involved. Plus these 8th and 7th, they are markas also. They represent many other things. Also there are many other ways of having like a marka result. Okay, suppose someone is staying away from his family for some work related reason, then also it is feeling of marka of relationship. Like you are married, you have a family, but you are staying away from them because of your job or because of your work, so you don't have enough interaction or companionship with them. So it is kind of death of the relationship unless and until the person comes back. The like many sports stars, many sports people, and many people in the like army, soldiers, and all, they stay away from their family. So it also like it doesn't mean that they are getting dead or their family is getting dead. Nothing. It is just that they are away. For the time being, they are not having the benefits of the relationship. So be extra careful when you are trying to interpret Marka houses and all. If Jupiter is in the seventh, Mahadasha starts, and if it aspects the 11th, could there be relocation as well? I would say that chart plus dasha plus transit is equal to event. First of all, chart should show the possibility, then dasha activates the possibility, transits bring the possibility. So in this case, like a Scorpio ascendant, Jupiter is in seventh house. That is not enough. But if person goes through Jupiter Mercury dasha, okay, understand now. Jupiter Mercury dasha, Mercury rules 11th house. So now activation of 11th house. Then transits also impact the 11th house. Then we can like have the proper prediction that okay, in this time periods and the person can have a relocation kind of thing. So chart plus dasha plus transit. Right, and it's some Parivartan Yoga with no, I just narrated what are the situations. Then if Rahu placed in fifth house of natal chart, what would be the life purpose? Life purpose consultation has 7-8 steps. It is not because of Rahu only. So there are many steps involved. We cannot decide because of one position of Rahu. Rahu is one of the those steps, but there are many other steps. Ascendant nakshatra, Rahu position, Saturn position. Maybe Rahu is indicating towards like okay, in fifth house you may say he should be in sports and all. What if like person is not even going into Rahu dasha throughout his life? Okay, then so this is where the whole chart becomes important. We cannot decide like this because of one planetary position. Man Libra ascendant, Venus in the 8th house, D9 Venus conjunct Sun. First of all, D9 has nothing to do with relationship if you are talking about relationship matters. Then this Venus in Taurus in 8th house is a good position for Venus because it is in own sign. But it is still the 8th house of instability. What it shows, that person will go through many instabilities, changes in life, but he will have the courage to overpower those instabilities and bring benefit out of those instabilities. He will gain something out of those instabilities. Do dasha and transits both need to activate a house for the results to manifest? Yep. Okay, so dasha first sets the stage, and transits bring this event. So suppose if we take that example only, like a relocation and the Scorpio ascendant chart, that means 11th house of relocation is ruled by Mercury. I'm just giving the simplest example. I'm not considering where Mercury is placed and all, nothing. So in that example, Jupiter dasha is on when person goes through Jupiter Mercury. Mercury rules the 11th house. Okay, 11th house of relocation, the possibility is there. During this Jupiter Mercury dasha of 2.5 years, 3 years, the person can relocate. Now in transit also, the planets like Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, they should impact 11th house either by transiting there or by aspecting. Okay, they should impact the 11th house. Then we have all three conditions fulfilled: chart plus dasha plus transit, all are impacting 11th house of relocation. Then we can say the person can relocate. So this is the way to predict. Since Antardasha is also 2.5 along to, yep, right. Saturn Antardasha, but not necessarily like in Ketu Mahadasha. Saturn Antardasha will be only of 1 year. Okay. In like Mars Mahadasha also, like Mahadasha time period is lower, lesser. So even Antardasha time period will become a lesser one. Is reciting Mahasudarshan mantra with devotion have any benefit? I have no idea about any mantra. Okay, I don't even know what is this Mahasudarshan mantra. So I cannot guide you either ways. I am not saying don't do it. Okay, I'm neutral. I am not saying don't do it. I'm not saying do it. Okay, it's your wish. Since Antardasha of a Saturn is a long 2.5 years Antardasha, can it also activate the Marka house? Yeah, it will activate because it is if it is Marka Lord, it will activate Marka house, Marka house or Marka Dasha for those 2.5 years. That means person should be like extra careful about his health and all. Then how we know that we are having a spouse from different background or country or from natal chart, like 12th house becomes important, like if there is a connection between 7th lord and 12th lord, 7th house lord in the 12th house, 12th lord is in the 7th house. We Rahu represents foreign things. Rahu in the 7th house or with 7th lord. Sagittarius sign, people of different ethnicity and culture. If your 7th lord is in Sagittarius, you will be like naturally attracted towards people of different ethnicity and culture only. You may not like anyone from your own ethnicity and all. So this is what happens. So there are many conditions into this. These are main. Does fifth house also represents luck, as it is ninth from the ninth as per Bhavat Bhaum concept? We can say so, but the main house will remain the ninth house only. Ninth house of luck. Okay. And main house will remain the ninth house. We can consider as Bhavat Bhavam, additional house, secondary house of luck. What is the result of Jupiter Mahadasha when Jupiter retrograde is conjunct Saturn retrograde in Kritika Nakshatra in Taurus sign, fifth house and fifth lord Venus, Venus conjunct Moon in Dhanishta equation? Great. So first of all, Saturn in Taurus, Jupiter. It should be somewhere in 2000s birth, early 2000 birth, I guess, 99 2000, somewhere like that. So this kid is still in his early 20s. Forget about Jupiter Dasha. Jupiter is conjunct about with Saturn. It is time to like put the best effort over the longest period of time. Nothing is coming out of Jupiter. Forget about it. Saturn is there. All the things will be blocked till he puts the best effort over the longest period of time. Then only the result is coming. If the start of Mahadasha or Antardasha is bad, then will it continue throughout that dasha? Not necessarily. Everything depends on your efforts. If you have got difficult results, just reflect back. What were your mistakes which brought those difficult results? And work on those mistakes, correct those mistakes, and you can get better results. When I was in Venus Mahadasha, Saturn Antardasha, again a lot of money, but no, now I'm in Venus Mercury Antardasha. I have difficulties, even my Mercury is placed in second house. Great. It was mainly like, if I remember well, Sagittarius ascendant, Saturn was transiting through your second house till recently, and second house is the wealth, Saturn is limitations, and from second house it also aspects the 11th of income and money. So this is where the limitation factor you may have faced. Things can be better now as Saturn has moved away from the second house. If Lagna Lord is Venus, means always if we with shaved beard and mustache, making alignment with chart energy. If you are saying it as a beauty factor, then definition of beauty is different from for different people. Okay, so I don't think there is any relevance with that. Okay, societies decide the beauty factor. Okay, one simple example I can give is that in majority of societies, broad lips are seen as the sign of ugliness, but in African society, broad lips are seen as the sign of beauty. That's it. Okay, so your societies decide what is beautiful, what is not beautiful, and it is largely an individual thing. So I won't advise anyone to do this kind of thing to get better results of Venus. What does exalted 12th lord in the fifth means? 12th lord in the fifth, that means it is Venus, it is a Scorpio ascendant, right? So in that case, like 12th lord in the fifth means person, and it is like 12th house and Pisces energy. Person can be very creative, person can be very like spiritual and all. In relationship matter, they can be like very dreamy, utopian and all. So there they need to become more mature. So that is what, but in creative life, in creativity and all, great position. Can a planet that is in thank you Kiza, can a planet that is in the nakshatra of the seventh lord also activate Maraka house? Okay. Suppose I am going through Saturn Dasha. Okay, so what all things Saturn will activate? Saturn will activate the house where Saturn is placed. Saturn will activate the houses which Saturn rules. Saturn will activate the planets which are in the houses which Saturn rules. Saturn will activate all its nakshatras, that is Pushya, Anuradha, Uttarbhadra. So if I have any planet in Pushya, Anuradha, Uttarbhadra, Saturn will activate those planets also. Saturn will also if Saturn is in suppose Saturn itself is in Dhanishta nakshatra. So Saturn is in like Mars nakshatra. Mars will also be activated, and then the dashas. Okay, so these are the steps of activation. Further we move down. Okay, like first is planetary position, that is the first result. Even before that, karaka result, then where planet is placed, the planets ruling houses. Okay, these three are main, remaining are subsidiary result. Okay. Hi Priya, how are you? Long time no see, no coffee, no tea. If Capricorn ascendant native chart having Sun, Mercury, Jupiter in Cancer, means how will be her husband and her married life? Sir, you are very new in on my channel or on my website. Please read my views on astrology and marriage, and then post any comment on marriage. Okay. Astrology and marriage has no connection with each other. Okay. further question? What combination make a person open-minded? Open-minded. Mm, now there are few things to understand from this thing. Like again, like I can be so open-minded that other people may feel like I'm a kind of outcast. I'm too much about uh, freedom and all. Okay, so I can be that type. I can go into that type of range also. Okay, so what combination make? I don't think, at least like Jupiter should be. All I can say is receptiveness. If you are asking a person receptive about others' ideas and all, so they're like fifth house, fifth lord, Jupiter and Moon position. If they are like strongly placed, person can be like receptive about other people idea. Okay, if you are advising this person, that they may be receptive towards listening it and all that. Okay, but open-minded is like a vague term. uh, what are combos of going into jail? Moon Mahadasha, Saturn Antardasha, Moon combust in ninth house, Saturn in the eighth house. Exact date February 16th when he went to jail. He was when Sun Saturn were together at the same degree. Normally, like Saturn in Scorpio, like this planetary placement I have seen most. Saturn in Scorpio, because Saturn is difficult, Scorpio is also difficult. That like brings this jail type of circumstances. Or again, what jail means is that you are isolated, you are restricted in your movement. So any place you reach where you are restricted in your movement, uh, like someone else is controlling over you. Okay, so that is what jail actually means astrologically. Okay, so as I said, like most is Saturn is Scorpio that I have seen in my experience so far. If Saturn from its current transit in Aquarius aspects its natal position of a Scorpio for a Sagittarius ascendant, what can be expected? It is 10th aspect going on. 10th aspect has the energy of 10th house of duty and responsibility. So, like it will bring some duty and responsibility in matters of 12th house Scorpio. Okay, it can be like a research oriented matters, spirituality, and it can be anything related with creativity, or it can be in occult related field, or if person is in like is interested in moving to foreign lands and all, that opportunity can also come. That is also an additional responsibility. So Saturn's 10th aspect is all about the responsibility factor. If Venus represents wife, boy, having Rahu Venus conjunction means his wife will not be loyal. Great. Again, you need to read my views on astrology and marriage. Okay, great. All those articles are quoted at many places. Just to go through them, then these questions will automatically disappear. Sun Saturn same degree in transit Feb for 16th this year. I'm sorry to know this, but as I said, Saturn in Scorpio is the energy which largely is responsible for such event. We can say it is responsible. Obviously, our actions or inactions are responsible. Uh, What is the result of Mars transit over Mars and Venus in the 8th house in Cancer for Sagittarius ascendant? It is like difficult for relationship matter. There are lots of dominance, control, struggle can be there. Okay. Um, so Mars transiting over Venus in the 8th house Cancer, where it is debilitated, it can lead to like many dominance struggle, dominance tussles in the relationship and all. How would be the Guru Antardasha and Rahu Mahadasha? I don't know what is Rahu position. I don't know what is Guru position here. How can I tell? Actually, I have one out of context question. Why promiscuous women are shamed, but when it comes to men, promiscuity is highly acceptable. It is again social thing, right? Women are deprived and made to live dependent on man. Okay, women are in all cultures, in all countries. Okay, it is the common theme that a man has tried to have dominance over women. So it is like coming from that thing. Okay, it is not astrological nor spiritual. Uh, group great. Okay. As one moves from Rahu to Jupiter Mahadasha, to the friends or network circles change. Only major thing happens, which I can say from my experience, is that awareness comes. Okay, I always understand Rahu dasha is followed by Jupiter dasha, Ketu dasha is followed by Venus dasha. What is Rahu and Ketu? They are illusion. What is Jupiter and Venus? They are teachers. So dasha of illusion is followed by dasha of knowledge. So when you move from Rahu dasha to Jupiter dasha, your illusions go away and your knowledge comes, knowledge and wisdom comes. You realize that you are doing or living your life in a wrong way in Rahu dasha, and you start correcting those things. Guru position in 7th, Rahu position in 10th. How Guru Maharaj? Again, sir, it is not the way to predict. Okay, there are lots of things involved. I can say only the generic thing. Unless I see the whole chart, I can say the generic thing. Rahu Jupiter, it is kind of Guru Chandal Yoga kind of thing. Person can get a lot of knowledge, but he can have like weird approach towards religion, philosophy, literature. He can be like following unconventional ways to like pursue religion and all. Okay. Here in what you are giving me, I don't know Rahu's dignity. I don't know Jupiter dignity. I don't know their nakshatras. I don't know like where is Rahu's Lord is sitting. I don't know where Jupiter Lord is sitting. Please try to understand it. It is not that easy that you just give and like you just press button and you get the printout. This is not Chat GPT. If someone is misunderstanding, okay. This is not a chatbot. How Rohini people remain so calm under pressure? What is the secret behind being so emotionally balanced? Is it? I am Rohini. I am not emotionally balanced. I am not calm. I am very angry. Okay. So, see, uh, my grandfather has a waning Rohini moon in Kem Dhrum dosha. He is not calm. I have waxing Rohini moon In Kemdhrum dosha, I am not calm. Okay, so that is it. Hmm. So not necessarily like uh, one of uh, one of the reason is this moon can be exalted here in Taurus, but not in Rohini. Moon is exalted in Kritika. Okay, plus this uh, it can be in the seventh house, the sign of balance, or in Libra. Okay, Libra doesn't have Rohini, but Moon in Libra can also be a balanced mind and all. So that is another thing. So all these factors can come up. Meet one Ardra person, right? I will meet. Okay, I have felt that people with Taurus moon, including me, always want to stay on the safer and or secure side. Do you feel the same? Right. Taurus is the sign of wealth and assets, and even Rohini is the nakshatra of wealth and assets, and Moon is mind. Okay, so mind wants to be like feeling secure in terms of wealth and assets. Okay, and they don't want to get into the situation where they get into like financial worry. How I will handle this, or how will I handle this? So wealth brings a major sense of stability to them. Okay, it is very important for a moon in Taurus or moon in Rohini person to get as much financial security as possible. With which nakshatra people that Rohini nakshatra natives having more compatibility for friendship or to work or to talk with extra. Um, it is mainly seen from relationships in history. We cannot decide as per the nakshatras. Okay, the articles on relationships in history will help you more. Look for the uh, 1 7 axis or 5 9 axis with your ascendant or moon. That will be much better option. But it is like a huge topic, relationships and history. So the articles on relationships and history will help you more. Taurus people handle stress really well, though. I know one Rohini guy. He was caught cheating in an exam, and still he remained really calm. Great. I should learn from him, right? Do the results alter when Dhara Karaka is conjunct another planet? Yeah. If Dhara Karaka is with benefic, malefic, obviously with malefic, it will be like impacted more. If Venus is Dhara Karaka and it is with Saturn. If Venus is Dhara Karaka, it is with Ketu. Okay, Mars. So if like Dhara Karaka is impacted by malefics, then we will see some result of that malefic nature. How to live longer, although natives chart indicates short span. No one can predict anyone's death. Who is going to live how long? Not possible. Always understand this basic thing. Really, astrological predictions are only probabilities, possibilities. They are never certainties. Okay. If you keep this in mind, you will be in much better understanding of astrology. Hmm. Karmas have their result. Only karmas have result. Nothing else. Right. We get result as per karma only. No planet is doing anything on its own. The way you behave, the way you react, you act, you get the result as per that. It is rule. That's it. And do people go through Saturn Dasha and face issues related to addiction? If it is in that house or sign related with addiction, Okay, like 12th house or Pisces and all, or Saturn is with Rahu or Ketu, then there is possibility of addiction, because addiction is coming from these places, Rahu, Ketu, or like 12th house or Pisces. Okay. If a person did sin without caught by law, then his God will punish him or not? There is no God to punish you. It is. It will come back. It will come back in one way or the other. Uh, there is nothing like God punishing you, but it is like nature. Nature can like balancing the things. We can say nature or God is just another name of balance. Okay, so it may be like in sooner or later it may work like this, maybe some time delay and all, but if person has done something wrong, he will have some repercussions coming. Okay, again the sin and virtue is the language of the society, but we cannot decide what is sin, we cannot decide what is virtue on our own. But like going by this much, like if he has done something wrong, then regardless of whether it is caught or not, he will have to like face some repercussions, nothing else. Can debilitated planet in the Shana house give positive results? Yes, but with lot of hard work. Helen Keller. Helen Keller, Ramdas. They are two good examples. Even Pablo Picasso. Lots of debilitated planets throughout his chart. But immense effort is necessary. Okay, like a person has to put an extra effort. With the exalted planets, things may come naturally, results may come naturally to you. With debilitated planets, you may have to work hard. That's it. Okay, it is not that debilitated planet means like this like doomed for life kind of thing. Nothing like that. I have debilitated Saturn in the seventh house with Jupiter, but till now I never disrespected towards elders. Great. Keep keep on doing the good job. Okay. Debilitated Jupiter can give wealth, but it may not be that great for spirituality. Yeah, like person may have his own way of following spirituality, or person may need to work on his spirituality. Okay, he may have like later realizations in his life towards his spiritual views and all, what he should be following, what he should not be following, or maybe they have the earlier opportunities also, but they never appreciate those opportunities. Like person may get a right guru and all, but because they have the debilitated Jupiter in initial life, they may not even like appreciate the person. So that is also a possibility. Yeah, okay. You're welcome. I think we are done for the day. Let me know if there is any further question or we can close for the day. Thank you. Karthik ji, you have to read my website in detail before asking questions. So, like you may be a new person here. Uh, I have some weird views on astrology, especially when it comes to marriage astrology. So just check those views. Are palmistry and astrology related? Do the mounts on the hand really correspond to the birth chart? They correspond to the planets. Okay, like they call it Jupiter mount or Mars mount and all. So they correspond to the planets. So my experience so far is that every knowledge works. Okay, you need to have the right person. Even palmistry can help you if you have the right person to read your palm. Okay, you need the person is more important. Knowledge is same, right? The book of on palmistry will be the same. How one utilizes that book, that person is more important. So if you have the right person, then obviously he can help you more. So as I always say, like astrologer can be wrong, astrology cannot be wrong. Likewise, palmist can be wrong, palmistry is not wrong. So find the right person. I have a friend. She is at Mumbai, basically from Chennai, and that person, that person predicted some things for me. One prominent prediction she gave me in 2016-17, I guess, that around 2020-21 there will be a health scare. So in 2020 I had this fatty liver kind of issue, and for 1 year I knew that I was on the verge of heart attack because of that. So that was very prompt. So this is what I'm seeing now. This I can see from my chart also. Like Saturn was transiting over my birth sun, so I can see like, okay, fine. This Saturn transit over Sun can give me heart-related health issue, and there she is telling me that then there is this heart ailment can come up. Okay, so that manifested it. So from both the sides, I got the same indication. So it is about the person. If you get the right person, palmistry can also help you, and tarot can also help you. No big deal. Okay, if right person is found for tarot reading, is tarot reading works, right? Everything works. You need to find the right person. That's it. On our birth chart is our karma, our actions. So we need to improve our conduct, speech, and thought. Great, good job. On this note, let's close our session. Okay.